Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Sean Go, coming back with a second video of the day. So I hope y'all enjoyed the first one, but I'm gonna get into the second one. So I don't know what it is, but these topics today is gonna be controversial. So, but like I said, when God tell me to put a message out, I gotta put it out. I can't go against that, or they're gonna get me if I don't listen. But anyway, so this second one is gonna be titled "Being in isolation and alone doesn't mean you're a chosen one." Being in isolation and alone doesn't mean you're a chosen one. I explain what I mean. So I'm a very observant person. I pay attention to things. So lately I've just been seeing, mainly online, people just saying that like, yo, if you ain't got no friends right now, you in isolation and you're alone, that means you're a chosen one and stuff like that. And it sounds good. I get it. People got to make content. They got to get views. I get it. They catering to their audience. I get it. But in reality, that's not a quality that makes you a chosen one. Isolation and alone time, that's when it's time for introspection time. When God and the universe and ancestors have to get you to be alone and in isolation, usually that has nothing to do with being a chosen one. That has something to do with there's something that you need to be in introspection time for, that you need to work on, you need to get rid of, or you need to realize. Sometimes it may be realizing that the people you're around don't mean you no good, and you holding your blessings up because you need to get rid of them, and you were supposed to get rid of them a long time ago. Sometimes introspection could be stuff that we're doing that's not healthy, like maybe we're drinking too much, maybe we're smoking too much, maybe it might be too much sexual activity. It's something that's not good, that's distracting us, and it's messing up our aura of who we really supposed to be, or in the path that we're supposed to be, because we're blocking ourselves by doing that, overindulging. Thank you, God, that's the word. Overindulging in that stuff. That's another reason. Or it could be the third one, which could be maybe it could be you. Maybe you're the one that is causing the problems in your life and causing the problem in other people's lives, and you need to do some self-reflection and introspection on yourself on how to become a better person and how to stop doing certain things that aren't morally right, and you're not valuing the right things, and you don't have your principles in the right place, in the right order. So when we hear that alone time, and we hear that that's not really a quality when it comes to being a chosen one. That's more God, the universe, and ancestors need you to be in introspection, because it's something you're not seeing. It's something you need to learn. It's something you need to work on, or you just need to be alone at that time because you are around too much that's distracting you. You can't hear universe. You can't hear God. You can't hear your ancestors talking when they're trying to get your attention to relay a message to you. So now I can explain the chosen one. To know, when it comes to somebody being a chosen one, that has nothing to do with, oh yeah, I ain't got no friends right now, I'm in a alone time. Being a chosen one means that you are chosen for a specific assignment. An assignment that you didn't ask for. And it's an assignment that a lot of people don't want to do. That's what a chosen one is. It's an assignment that is not going to be pretty. I use myself for the example. I told you everything I went through with my mother in the hospital and passing, and my father and everything I had to deal with him now. Those are signs where you be like, okay, and I don't even boast and brag like, oh yeah, I'm a chosen one. I don't even want to talk like that. I'm just fulfilling what I'm supposed to fulfill, my mission, same as everybody else as well. But I'm using me as an example so you can see I did not ask for my moms to go in the hospital with cardiac arrest. I did not ask my moms to pass away. I did not ask my pops to go in the hospital the same time with her. I did not ask to have to take care of him and stuff like that when he get home. I ain't asked for none of that. That's you being chosen, because God, the universe, and ancestors seen something that I didn't see in myself, where I had the strength, I had the wits, I had the patience, and I had the healing ability to be able to take on those roles and be able to be in that position. Those times were not pretty times. Those times were very ugly, nasty times, disgusting times that I did not want to deal with. And trust me, nobody else would have wanted to deal with that. These are things I'm talking about. That's when you know you're chosen. when something has to happen to you in life that's going to make you have to become a version of yourself that you may not be ready for at that time, but God knows you're ready, even when you think you're not. And it's going to show you and put you in a pressure cooker and put you in situations that's not going to be pretty, but somehow you have the tools to make it out. You just have to trust what God is doing in that moment so you can see, oh, I can do this. Oh, I'm stronger than I thought. Oh, I have the patience for this. I can do this. Those are the moments when you show, because like I said, it's not about, I get it, people gotta make content, they gotta appease their viewers, I get it. So when they telling people, oh yeah, you chosen, everybody chose, it sounds good, but realistically, that's introspection time. When you ain't got no friends right now at the moment and you alone, and that's introspection. That's different from being a chosen one. A chosen one is somebody that has been chosen for a specific assignment that a lot of people can't do. This is where you hear the term, that's the only person that could do the job. He's the only, hey, how you doing? He's the only person that could do the job. She's the only person that could do the job. Why do they say terms like that? Because that means it's something in that person's DNA and in that energy where nobody on the planet can do this but them. That's a chosen assignment. It means that you have to answer the call, because if you don't answer the call, nobody's going to do this assignment. And when assignment don't get done, when assignment don't get done how it's supposed to, you're messing up divine order. And I spoke about that in the last videos. This is why we have to answer the call when we're being called. That's why they got the saying as well, many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Why do they say that? It's exactly what I'm saying. Because it's not about, oh yeah, just because I don't got no friends and I'm in introspection, I'm in alone time, that means I'm chosen. Why? That's just an aspect of introspection, so you can work on yourself, so you can work on things that you need to work on, and you can hear God, so you can be told what you need to do. That's introspection time. Chosen is a whole nother level of something else. That's something that you have no choice over. You just got put or placed that assignment. It could be many different things that you went through your life. Some people out there, you might have experienced near-death experiences and you don't even realize, you don't even know how you made it out. You might have went through many trials and tribulations and you don't even understand how you still stand in the talker today. That's the thing that I'm talking about. That's when you know you're chosen, without you having to tell yourself that or anybody having to tell you. When you get an assignment on your life that you ain't asked for, and it's that detrimental and that crazy where you want to give up on life, you might want to even, sorry to say, some people in certain situations might want to take their own life because the situation is that severe and that much chaotic. But through chaos, we find order. If you trust the process, if you keep the faith, if you hold your head high through all the chaotic experience, so you can see the light at the end of it and realize, oh, I had to go through this so I can get to this point in my life and realize who I am. A lot of people don't answer the call. That's back to the many are chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. A lot of people don't answer the call because, again, it's not about having no friends or just being in introspection. It's just being alone and in isolation. Chosen is deeper than that. It's about, yo, this is some ish that nobody will want to deal with. Unfortunately, God put this on my life and I gotta deal with it. And when you do deal with it, you see the reason why you had to go through that. And there's many blessings that ties into that because it's part of your testimony. I said this again. It's Victoria Cooper. That's the name. I said the person wrong name. That was a different person I watched with Tasia Parker. The person I heard that say that was Victoria Cooper about the test. You can't expect to have a testimony, speak before people or do things if you've never been through nothing. That's what chosen one is about. How can you be a chosen one if you've never been through nothing? It's not about, oh yeah, I ain't got no friends and I'm in alone time. That's introspection. Chosen is, yo, this is a test that nobody probably thought you was gonna make out of, I was gonna make whatever situation. But when you make it out, you now have a testimony because you've been tested. You've been through something. So you can now go teach everybody else that went through the same things, yo, this is how I made it out. This is what I was going through. I didn't know how I was going to make it out, but these are the tools and the different things I had to do to keep peace and balance through this chaos so I can make it to the other side, so I can see why I had to go through this pain, so I can get to pleasure. Because the same with birth. Birth is painful, but after is the pleasure with the beauty of the baby and everything. So I'm going to say intimacy might be pain, but after a while it's going to be pleasure. Like, we could go through this. Life is it's all about that. Pain and pleasure is very toe to toe. It's very tied to each other. We separated, but it's very part of the life process. Cocoon stages, that ain't pretty for when the insect got to go through the cocoon stage to get to the butterfly. But when the butterfly come out after all that pain, it's beautiful to watch. The same with us when we get put through stuff. That's what the assignment is. It's not about, oh, you ain't got no friends. That means no. That's a choice, or that's a introspection thing. Chosen is, bro, you not even wanting that assignment. You didn't ask to be anointed. You didn't ask to have these God abilities and gifts. You didn't ask for that. It was just placed upon your life. That's chosen. And you ain't got no choice but to use them and fulfill those gifts and abilities for what God needs you to do. And you ain't got a choice. You know how many times there's videos and topics I don't want to do, I want to talk about, because I'm like, I know people going to look at me crazy. I know they probably going to be like, yo, he bugging out. But I have to do it because it's part of the assignment. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. And that's when you know you're chosen. When you get an assignment on your life that's bigger than you. I'm going to even take it even darker. Sometimes you might have to be a martyr for the assignment. There's plenty of people in history that had to be martyrs for a certain cause. And that was their divine plan. And thank you, before I forget that. Let me add this in, because I know somebody going to confuse it. I'm not saying that just because you ain't got no friends at the moment, you in isolation, you're alone right now, I'm not saying that doesn't mean you don't have a purpose. You do have a purpose, something to do. But that's the levels to it. Same way we got NYPD, FBI, CIA, is levels to that. Special units, it's levels. They all important, but it's levels to it. Same with that. Yeah, you got a purpose, but when you talking about being chosen, that's a whole nother level of assignment. That's a whole nother level of pain. That's a whole nother level of responsibility. That's different from having a purpose. So I had to say that because I know somebody gonna get confused. What you saying? Nobody got a purpose? No, I'm not saying that. Everybody got a purpose. But being chosen, that's something different. That's a whole different type of pain, a whole different type of assignment of life that the average person not gonna want to do. Because like I said, some of this stuff come with people getting sick, people dying on you. You might go through some stuff that you be like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like, did I do something karmic to get this? It's gonna be those moments. It's not gonna be pretty. Sometimes you might be in that cycle for 2 years, a few years. But if you hold on and just understand the assignment, you can understand and see that this is happening for me. This is not happening against me. And this had to happen so I can realize who I am. Because a lot of times when we don't go through nothing, we don't really know our potential until we get put in circumstances and situations where we like, I had no choice. It was either fight or flight. I had to fight. And through that fight, you see the dog in you. That's what they mean by that. You get to see the dog in you. A lot of us got dogs in us. We don't realize we got it in us until something crazy happened. And then you had no choice but to fight and find that dog and bring it out, because that's the only way you was going to make it out this situation. So that's what I mean by separating. It's a difference between isolation and introspection. It's a difference between that. And that don't mean you don't have a purpose. Like I said, yes, you have a purpose. And when we start talking about chosen, that's a whole different level of assignment in life. Not everybody gets that, because a lot of people don't get to go through crazy stuff like that. And trust me, a lot of people, you don't want that. Stuff I was going through and stuff that other people got to get, that they was going through, that they didn't want it like that. It was chosen in their life. Trust me, you don't want to go through that. Trust me, it's not fun. It's not what it is. If I had the choice, I wouldn't have went through all that with my mom's, the way I had to go through seeing her die the way she had to die, and them going through my pops. I wouldn't want nobody to go through that. I wouldn't want nobody to go through that. That's not what it is. It sounds great when you telling the story and everything, and everybody gets to see a journey. It looks great. It sounds great, but going through it is hell. And I'm pretty sure people can relate to whatever they go through, whatever they had to go through. That was hell too. But when you hold on, you keep the faith, you understand what the assignment is. That's when you get to understand why you were chosen for that, and you get to find out who you are and how powerful you are. So just remember that. So peace, blessing, much respect, much love. I love y'all always. Keep doing your thing. Stay goal-oriented. Like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because sometimes life is that hard you can't run. You can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we can do is call to our destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we gotta make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessing, much respect, much love. I love y'all. Stay goal oriented, stay focused. Thanks for the support. To the next topic. Peace.